video. I'm going to dive into this straight away, but make sure you like, comment, share, and subscribe. Click on the bell button so that whenever I upload new videos, you're notified. Let me read the caption. It says, Drake using Tyga's Rack City as a way to get Bobbi and out of interview taking down is some evil mastermind stuff. I was wondering, because I saw that the interview Drake did with that girl, the white girl, it disappeared. Like, what's going on? I didn't even get to watch it. And I think this video explains what happened. Let's watch it.
We now know exactly why Drake and Bobbi's podcast has been pulled, and it's more about corporate bullying than a PR stunt. Bobbi Althoff seemingly came out of nowhere with mass distribution on social media, leading many to call her a corporate plant. However, for those like myself who followed her for a while, we all wondered why she hadn't already blown up. Drake obviously needs no intro. It turns out, as Bobbi's podcast was crushing it, she then released the Funny Marco episode. Drake followed her, and she decided to shoot her shot and DM him, asking if he'd be on the podcast, and he agreed. Drake paid her travel to come to his location, negotiated where his team would film, produce, and control most everything about the podcast. The podcast was obviously gold. Many of us have seen it. The on-camera awkwardness, along with the seemingly intense chemistry, worked, and as expected, it blew up. However, not long afterward, the episode disappeared from the public, and the two unfollowed each other on social media. While many speculated, most all missed the actual reason. During the episode, Drake brings up Tyga, who Bobbi apparently hasn't heard of, or so she said. He then goes on to play Tyga's track, Rack City. He specifically leaves it playing and airs a very long clip in the episode, which now appears to have been his leverage he planted in the episode from the beginning. Something happened behind the scenes with the two that they are both very tight-lipped about, but whatever it was, Drake decided to use the leverage he had put into the recording. Drake's team reached out to Universal Music Group, which owns the rights to Rack City, and then issued a copyright strike against Bobbi's podcast. They filed it under the terms that YouTube has with Universal Music. This meant that all of the proceeds from the podcast would have to be turned over to Universal Music, or Bobbi could be facing a very large lawsuit. The podcast at that time had already been viewed more than 1 million times, so Bobbi's team, realizing they would not be able to monetize their biggest podcast in history, decided to pull the podcast instead of handing over the money from it to Universal Music. Corporate plan.
Wow, so that's what happened. Wow, that's mad though. Why did Drake do that? Why did Drake actually do that? That's sad, because I haven't even seen the interview, the podcast, but I'm sure maybe it's somewhere online. It might be somewhere online somewhere, or clips here and there, but it's sad to think that Drake actually did that. That's not nice, like, honestly. But we don't know what actually happened behind the scene, because like this guy mentioned, there was something happened, but Drake and Bobbi, they don't want to open up about it. But I feel like regardless though, that's evil. For him to even play the Tyga song for a long amount of time, that was crazy. I don't know if he planned that intentionally, or if he just did it and it worked out in his favor. But yeah, that was actually smart. But that's not good. It's not right what you did. What do you guys think? To comment down below. Like, share, subscribe. See you in the next one. Peace.